guys, today I'm filming my next update for my makeup use up of 2019 series. If you guys have not seen my intro or my other updates, I'll have my playlist linked up in the cards. Basically, this is my year-long project pan where I have chosen a select group of products that I either wanted to finish completely or hit pan on by the end of the year. I would also like to finish up an additional 50 makeup products. I've been doing this on my channel for a few years now, and I've been very lucky that I've been able to push through and I've been able to hit that mark, but I just really enjoy doing this project every year in combination with 4 seasonal project pans and then some other fun ones thrown in there as well. I am currently doing a summer project 10 pan, which I'll have linked up in the cards, and some of these items are in that project. So I will start with the makeup use up items, and I will begin by showing you the things that I've been able to hit my goal on over these past 2 months. Of course, I am filming this video late. I am filming this on July 12th, but I'm only showing you the empties I have from May and June. So my first empty would be the Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy perfume. This is the 1 fluid ounce bottle. I was right here at the beginning of the year, down here at my last update, and now it is completely used up. This is my go-to summer perfume. The only reason I put it in this project is because I do have a 3.4 ounce bottle as well, and I wanted to work through this one first. This is my go-to scent for the summertime because it does have that nice, really fruity and fresh scent and a little bit of floral, but it isn't so floral where I would want to wear it most in the springtime. This is good spring, summer, but I have a couple different perfumes in my collection. I've tried to designate 1 or 2 to each season, and this is just perfect for summer, also spring as well. So I'm happy I have that big bottle, and if this was the only one I had, I would repurchase it. And you know, perfume is different for everyone, so I would recommend it if you like those sort of scents. I'm sure you guys have gotten tons of little samples of them from online orders because that perfume's been out for forever. The next thing I used up is the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. I believe I was right here at the beginning of the year. I was right here at my last update, and now it is completely used up. I did throw this into my spring project pan, and I do have a couple of empties for my spring project pan as well. I will have that linked up in the cards. I used to really love this primer because I thought it was awesome for first impression videos because it is like a silicone primer, but it isn't thin and greasy like the Smashbox. It's a little bit thicker, and it doesn't feel heavy on the skin, but it just feels substantial, which I really like. And I do still like the consistency of this, but I honestly don't see it doing anything for my skin. Not that it's necessarily making my makeup last longer, giving a mattifying look, a glowy look, filling in pores. It's just helping my foundation glide onto the skin easier, but for me, any primer would do that. So even though I did really like this at first, considering how many primers I currently have in my collection, I don't think that this does enough for me that I would consider repurchasing this one, but it is very affordable. The Ordinary is sold at Sephora, but it's also at Ulta now as well, which is really nice. The next thing was a total surprise. I think I hit pan on this today. I just noticed it today anyway. This is the Milani Matte Baked Bronzer in Sunset. This is in my summer project pan, so this is a sneak peek progress right here. And I just couldn't wait to tell you guys. So I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it on camera because it is on that baked terracotta plate, which is the same color as the bronzer. But it's right here. Can you hear me tapping on that plate? It is just a tiny amount right here above my fingernail. Right here. So that's super exciting. So I'm going to continue working on this throughout the rest of the summer, and hopefully in my next update you guys will see a lot more of that terracotta plate underneath. I'm really excited. I didn't know if I was ever going to hit pan on this. I was really nervous about it because there is so much product, but yeah, I'm really happy with that. So that was a really awesome way to start my day. So this is a product I absolutely love. I do have a backup of this in my collection because my friend Ami was decluttering a brand new one. It was limited edition. It's very warm tone, but I really like it. I'm wearing it today for bronzing and contouring, and I think I can make it work. I do really like this, so yay! I'm very excited for my next update to see how much more progress I can make, but that was really exciting. And then the next item is also in my summer project pan. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Kathleen Lights. You can see I've hit pan right here, and then a little bit of pan right here as well. I'm going to continue working on this one, and hopefully I will have it used up by my next update. I absolutely love this color, and this is a pearlized finish, which is my favorite one. So I've been able to hit my goal on 4 products, but 2 of them used up, 2 hit pan, but the hit pan products I'm going to continue working on until my next update. Next, for the makeup use up items I'm still working on, there actually are not too many left, which is awesome. That always makes me feel good. So the first item is also in my summer project pan. This is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation in the shade Snow. I started out the year right here, now I'm down to here, so I used up about that much. I am hoping that I can have this finished by the end of my summer project pan. This is just like a month's worth of progress right here. I'm really hoping that I can get this used up. I've been wearing it every single day and I've really fallen back in love with this one, but I'm gonna wait to make the decision about repurchasing or not once I finish it completely, but I'm enjoying it a lot. The next item is my Sleek Contour Kit in the shade Light. I want to hit pan on a contour shade and then I will be throwing this out because it is older and I have not started using this one yet. I'm going to put it in my fall project pan, but I'm thinking I might need extra time to work on this, so I'm going to start using this in August, I believe, when maybe I'll have a little bit more color. We have a couple more like little weekend trips planned, so I am going to hopefully have pan on this, but it won't be for a couple more updates because like I said, I won't start working on this till sometime in August, but my main focus will be in September, October, November when I put this in my fall project pan. The next item would be some more eyeshadows. This is my ColourPop Yes Please palette. This is in my summer project pan and I've been wearing Kathleen lights on the lid, and then I've been using Champs for transition color, Note to Self for crease, and G&O for my outer corner color. I've been using this a lot. Like the past week or so, I've been trying to use some other new palettes that I purchased just to make sure I love them and want to keep them. And then I was gone for like 4 days to visit some of Justin's friends and I didn't wear makeup at all when I was there. We went to the beach for a week and I didn't wear makeup at all either. So there were a couple weeks where I haven't worn any makeup or weeks where I haven't worn these eyeshadows. So if I don't hit pan on them, that will be okay. I'll be happy with the use I got out of them, and I love the look that all 4 of those shadows create together. I have the biggest dip on Champs, which is not a surprise because it is such a light color. I do layer this up quite a bit to get it to show up. So I love this palette. I'm super happy I have it. If I don't hit pan, that will be okay. And lastly, we have 2 lip products that I'm going to be using in my fall project pan. This is a Tarte Color Splash lipstick in Rum Punch. It's just a little mini, so that's why I feel like I can do it, and it's a nude. And then over top of it, I'm going to be wearing the e.l.f. Tinted Lip Oil in Nude Kiss. There is so much extra packaging here. It's very, very deceptive, and you really don't get as much as it looks like you do. And when I've used this in the past, first off, I love the color. It's a little bit more of a pinky nude, so I think the 2 of these will really balance each other out well, but because it's an oil, it wears away really quickly, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to reapply this combo quite a bit, so we'll see how that goes in my fall project pan. So now moving on to the other makeup products I finished up with in the months of May and June. I used up 12 other makeup products, which is not bad, but I wish there was more, and there are a lot of little minis, but I have so many minis in my collection that they count for me. So the first thing is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Primer, which is a fantastic product to fill in my pores. It has a nice thin consistency, so I think it can work well for a lot of different skin types, for other different foundations and moisturizers and whatnot. I have a full size of this already. It is my favorite pore filling primer, so I would definitely recommend this one and repurchase it. Next, I have a little mini of the Tarte Creaseless Concealer in the shade Light. I got this as a little freebie, and it took me months to use this up. I was using this as an under eye corrector because it is too dark for me, and it does have a nice peachy tone. So this is a thicker product. It is creamier, a little stickier, but when I used it as a corrector, I put my concealer on top, set it with powder. I didn't have any troubles, because even though this says it's a creaseless concealer, I know like when it was in the old Squeeze 2 packaging, a lot of people had issues with it, but I really liked it, and I would love to get another little mini to use as a corrector, but it's not something that I need or love enough that I would repurchase it. Then we've got a couple mini loose powders. The first is the Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. You guys know this is my holy grail powder for setting the under eyes. I definitely will repurchase whenever the Sephora VIB sale comes around. I wish that Mercier would start being sold at Ulta, because then I would get it so much more. And then I have a little baby size of the Dermablend Translucent Loose Setting Powder, which is my other favorite for the under eyes. This one does leave a white cast, so it is a lot more brightening, whereas the Laura Mercier actually darkens my concealer, and this one is more mattifying on the skin. This would actually be really nice for setting the entire face if you've got oily skin. So both of these are really holy grail to me, and I like having both of them in my collection for under eye powders. I know that's like totally overboard and not necessary, but yeah, I love them both and would recommend them both. The next thing I have here was a little sample size of an Hourglass blush in the shade Luminous Flesh. If you guys want to know what this looks like, check out my spring project pan playlist. It's really pretty, like warm pinky color. I, of course, you know, this is not like necessarily going to be the same as their regular formula because it was repressed into this pan. When you repress products, it changes the consistency. It always does. But this wasn't super powdery, and I didn't go through it really quickly. It actually took me like 2 months to use it, which is insane because the pan wasn't even filled up to the top like a typical shadow. This is something from So Schwa. My friend Jean had gifted to me. I don't even think So Schwa is a business anymore. But anyway, it was amazing, and I loved the color. It looked nice on my skin. It's something that I would love to purchase some of the Hourglass blushes, but I don't know that I can make myself spend that much money on blush considering how many I have. Drugstore, mid-range, high-end that are cheaper that probably are going to look the same on the skin. So I don't think I will purchase it anytime soon. I know it's one of my friend Jean's favorite formulas, and I really loved using it, but I still cannot make myself purchase it. But if you want a really nice high-end luxury blush, I do think the formula is really nice, and I did like this color a lot, but I'd probably buy Diffused Heat. It's more of my style. It's more of a coral color, but I did like this one a lot as well, especially for the springtime, so I would probably purchase Luminous Flesh as well if I was feeling real spendy and fancy. Next, I used up 3 eyebrow products. The first is stuck in a cap. This is the NYX Eyebrow Shaper Wax Pencil. I use this as my first step in my brows. I feel like it helps my pencils stick to my brows better, and then of course brow powders. I haven't been using brow powder for the past month or so to make my brows look not so painted on, even though I know they're still intense with the way that I draw them, but I wanted them to look a little more natural. But this product usually lasts me a year, which is awesome. I have one that I'm currently using, and I did just buy 2 backups from Marshall's for $4 each because I believe this is being discontinued. At least it was removed from like all of the Ulta stores and whatnot. It might still be available on the NYX website, but I think that's it. So I was really bummed by that, and I have, like I said, 1 in current use, 2 on backup. The same with my brow powder because I always use them together, and usually my brow powder can last me about a year as well. So I'm like, okay, I've got some staple brow products for 3 years after that point because my brow powder kit is discontinued as well. It was the Lorac Take a Brow kit in blonde. So I will, like, after 2 to 3 years or so, I'll figure out what I have to do, but I'm set for it now. But this is a product I do love and recommend. Milani makes one, Anastasia makes one. I know not a lot of people use this kind of product. You don't want to really press down hard on your skin because then it's going to be gloopy, but if you just like run over your brows, I think it works really well for me, but it's probably not necessary for everyone. Then I have a little mini of the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade number 2. 1 works for me as well. I think 1 is just a little bit lighter and more cool tone, where 2 is more warm tone. Or maybe the undertones are opposite. It doesn't matter because both of them work just as well for me. I love the Benefit brow products. They work so well. Precisely My Brow, Goof Proof, and the Gimme Brow, incredible. Staples. I like Benefit brow products much more than Anastasia brow products. I like the variety of products they have. The Brow Pomade from Benefit is the best brow pomade I've ever tried, consistency wise and color wise. The Anastasia colors for like blonde and taupe don't work for me. First off, blonde is like green, which is super weird. Taupe is too dark for me, but I can use it and make it work. But 1 and 2 from Benefit are fantastic, and I love their formulas. This pencil has gone on sale half off a couple times recently at Sephora and then some other random websites, and I cannot make myself do it yet. I can for the Goof Proof, that's my favorite one ever. I can do that one, but I can't so much for the Precisely My Brow because I do have several backups of the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, which costs $10 full price, but I always get that whenever NYX is 40% off or like buy one get one free or something like that. So I'm stocked up on that one, and that one works just as well and is much cheaper. There might be a couple times where I decide I want to splurge. If this goes on sale at the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, I think I'll buy one because, you know, I'll get some Ulta points for it and whatnot. And I do love this formula so much. It is very creamy, but it's not like overly creamy where it doesn't stay in place. It's not too waxy. I love this formula so much. It's just a little pricey for me when I have that drugstore alternative that works just as well. So we'll see. Like, I highly recommend this. If they discontinued the NYX, then I would buy this one. It would be worth it to me, but just having that drugstore alternative, I don't feel like I can make myself buy this one over that one, if that makes sense. Then I have the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer in the blonde shade. I had gotten this from TJ Maxx. It was discontinued after only being on the shelves for a little while. They discontinued this, and I think Mariah Leonard absolutely loved this product. But we have very different tastes when it comes to brow styles. Hers are just like so fluffy and full and effortless, and I think it looks amazing on her. If I was to do like that like full messy brow on me, I would think it looked like a mess and I would pluck the heck out of them because I hate like little stray random hairs. I think that look is amazing on others, but it doesn't work for me. This product did not work for me. I was using it for a while whenever I was using brow pomades, and it just gooped on way too much product. Yes, it emphasized my brow hairs, but they looked really cakey and heavy and gross. Like, it took me a while to see that, and it really wasn't until I started using Benefit Gimme Brow that I realized how this just does not work for me. Like, Gimme Brow has fibers as well, but this one has way too much, and it's very goopy. So for me, I would not repurchase it even if it was still available. I prefer the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara and the Benefit Gimme Brow much more over this one. Then I did use up a little mini of the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is my favorite high-end primer. I think this worked just as well as the Milani eyeshadow primer, so I will continue to repurchase the Milani. But whenever I have the opportunity to get these little minis, I do happily use them up. It's a great basic primer to help keep your eyeshadows from creasing, and it's really easy to kind of blend onto your eye. Then I have a couple mascaras. The first is a mini size of the Benefit Roller Lash, and my friend Sheila had gifted this to me, and I do think this is a nice mascara for giving some length, some separation. It's too natural on its own for me, so I do like to pair it with something more volumizing. I don't think I love this one enough to keep it. So I don't love Benefit They're Real. Roller Lash is just okay. I'm currently using Benefit Bad Gal Bang, and I like that one the best, but still Benefit mascaras are just not my favorite because I do prefer natural bristle brushes, and all of those three Benefit ones are plastic bristle brushes, and Bad Gal Bang is the best one for me, so that's the one if I had to pick from Benefit that I would purchase. I like that more than this one. Then I have the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara, and this is very similar to that Hourglass brush, like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, but it isn't as severe. It's much easier to get into the inner and outer corners with this one. I love this. It is a very wet formula. It gives some nice length, volume. This is definitely one of the better mascaras that I've tried. I have another sample of this that I will use up, but it's something that I could see myself purchasing in the future if it went 50% off, which I know it has. It was a Sephora Weekly Wow a little while ago, but I just have so many mascaras I couldn't purchase it, but I highly recommend this one. It's really, really awesome. The last thing I have is the EOS Smooth Stick in Sweet Mint. You guys know this is my holy grail lip balm because it isn't too thin or too thick. It's really easy for me to reapply several times throughout the day. I always keep the stick in my purse, and then I keep the little spheres in my house to use, and just a holy grail product of mine. I have several of these on backstock, and I highly recommend it. So even though I didn't have a ton of products, I was very rambly in this video, but I hope you guys don't mind that. And I would love to know your thoughts on any of these products in the comments down below. And I would love to know if you guys are doing any sort of yearly project pan or just any project pans in general. Those are still my favorite videos to watch and film. So I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.